Howdy, welcome back to the AlphaDad garage. Today, we're gonna be responsible. We're doing boring stuff. Today, we are going to change the oil on our family daily. This is a 2011 Honda CR-V. It's boring, but you can tell people you have a K24. And if they don't know what that means, they'll be really impressed. Basically, this seems boring, but it's something I actually want to revisit down the line, because I think it's kind of fun to see how fast you can do it. Like the things you can do, let's just get it over with. Because it's not something that we want to do, but as dads, you know, it's something we have to do. Even if we don't have time to do it, or it's not worth our time to do it, we still got to know how to do it so we can teach our kids to do it. So let's get started. The first step, this is one I don't do all the time, but it's actually going to make it a lot faster, is you got to get the engine hot. So step number one, we're going to go to Lowe's and get ant spray. Okay, so got the engine nice and warm. Raise the, lower the viscosity on the oil, make it run a little faster. Run as in, drip faster. And got a little something for these ants trying to get in my house. I had a whole little stupid killing ants montage planned just for a little joke, but all the ants are gone. Just change the stupid oil. Yeah, I'm really afraid of spiders. Okay, wheels are chocked. Jack is ready. These are Race Ramps brand wheel stands. They're one of my first attempts at making the oil change process go a lot faster. It gives a lot more room to work under there. Jack stands limit how wide you can go. You can't use a creeper, stuff like that. In the future, I want to get some wheel stands like this that I can just roll up on. That's gonna be a big game changer, because then you don't need a jack. Okay, let's get the jack on our jacking points. Jack up our car. Ooh. There are jacks that can do this faster. Maybe we'll get one of those in the future. But this is what I have. I've had it for 15 years. I think it was just the cheapest heavy-duty jack they had at Harbor Freight at the time. It works. It's just a little slow. Okay, car's jacked up. Now we gotta pop the hood. Could have done this sooner. Whatevs. pop the hood. This way we can take off the oil cap, and it should help. Take off the oil cap. It should help with glugging and other things that'll slow down the oil draining. Oh, that is tight. I don't know why it's that tight, but I have my channel lock thingies. I use these a lot. I didn't notice that until I started trying to make these videos. You can use them for anything. Boom. Now we need to get what we need to remove the drain plug. That is a 17 millimeter. I'll start with regular ratcheting wrench, but I know that for whatever reason I always need a breaker bar to take it off. I put it on by hand with my hands, and I know not to wrench it, torque it, like put everything I have into it. Nice, go nice and gentle so I don't have to worry about it. But every single time I change the oil, I need to use a breaker bar. Don't know what that's about. Got their tools. This should be what we need. Got our empty oil pan. We're gonna take out the cap. We're gonna open the breather. Don't forget that. Get it under there ready. So I got my new snazzy floors. I can use my creeper. This garage used to have seams right down the middle, so I couldn't use my creeper. Get stuck. But now I can do stuff like this. Since you guys are watching, I'll try and do this with the ratchet first. But I can't remember the last time it actually worked. Hey, you guys are good luck. Maybe because it's hot. I guess that makes perfect sense, huh? It's hot, it's looser. You keep your hands up. It should keep you from getting a bunch of hot oil on you. Ow! Oh, yeah, that was hot. And I forgot that when it's hot, it shoots out a lot further because it's much less viscous. Like I said, I don't usually do it this way. But those cool epoxy floors are going to come in handy again, because I could let that sit there for a week and I'd still be able to pick it up with a paper towel. I'm not going to let it sit there for a week, because then it'll end up everywhere. Let this drain out a bit. Okay. Not exactly the right tool, just gonna get the job done.
the oil filter. One important thing I forgot to say, so I got distracted by the hot oil splashing everywhere. So when you take out the drain plug, like, don't lose it. Obviously don't lose it. But important thing is don't just throw it in the pan. Because if you throw it in the pan, it could go right down there into that center drain, and then it's going to block the oil, and the oil is going to overflow your pan, and it's going to go everywhere. Granted, I did get oil everywhere, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the right way to do it. So, sometimes there's little ledges inside the pan, or if you know you can clean your floor, just put it next to the pan. So, the drips are pretty much stopped. I don't think we're going to gain anything for waiting that whole heck of a lot longer. Get our plug ready. Just wipe this off a little bit. There. Get back up off the floor because we forgot to get our oil filter. Going with the Fram Tough Guard. I know a lot of people, oil filter snobs, will say not to use Fram. This is a car I don't care a whole lot about. And I don't really think this is going to hurt it. A little bit of oil. You're supposed to use clean, but whatever. Just doing it so the gasket won't stick. We'll do it on there. And up here. Screw it on. See. And then just do it hand tight. Don't go crazy or you'll have a hell of a time getting it off. Okay. Get it back down. There, you don't want to go crazy. One, it'll be hard to get off next time. Two, you could crack the pan. It's just aluminum. If you were to crank on it with everything you had, pretty confident you could split this boss right here. Pan out. There's no way to avoid this mess. I mean, not spilling oil would have avoided the mess, but as far as right this second, nothing we can do. Back up top, over here, we get our funnel and our oil. Now just put our funnel. Funnel probably looks different. I was like fresh out of high school when I bought this fancy one with a bunch of doohickeys on it. It works. I'm using Mobile 1 Advanced Fuel Economy. Ooh. It was on sale at Walmart. I know that my car uses 4.5 quarts of oil. And you buy a 5-quart jug. Every 5 oil changes, you get a free one. It's like your own coupon card. A little bit more. Yeah, I'm not David Freiberger. I do it messy.
There, I think we're good. Now let's look underneath and see how well we tightened the drain plug. Yep, looks good. All that oil was there from before. All that's left now, carefully take out our funnel. Put it right there so it doesn't drip anymore. Oil cap. Secure. Get the right down so we're not running the jack through it. Now we're gonna turn the car on, we're gonna pull it out, we'll park it in the driveway, let it run for a couple minutes, we'll clean up our oil, and then we'll check our oil level, and then we'll be done. Before we pull our car out, we have to remove our wheel chocks. The miracle of editing, I did remember. Okay, floor is clean. Engine's run a little bit. Now we just gotta make sure our oil level's okay. That's my wife interrupting. And we're back. We just gotta finish up. We just gotta confirm that we got a good amount of oil in there. So we just set up our camera right here. Make sure you can set up your camera wherever you want. This is just where I like to put it. Pull this guy. Clean him off. Looks like we need some more. Car is parked on a slight incline, so I guess I'll put it back in the garage, let it sit level for a while, and then we'll check again. It was too low for it to just be that mild incline causing the low level, but I'll, make sure all my variables are crossed off before I make another decision. In the meantime, I can show you how to reset the onboard computer. Yeah, waited a little bit. We only got 10% left. Just push this button. And there, so make sure you're on oil. And you hold it down. And this is there. There, when the oil life is blinking, you click it. And hold. There, oil life 100%.
Put it back on your computer.
Truth be told, that's the first time I've ever done it, the first time from memory. On camera. Okay, it's been about 30 to 40 minutes. Everything should have had a chance to settle. We're gonna see if we can get any better readings this time when we pull the dipstick.
Pull it off, clean it, put it in to get an accurate reading. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I think it's I'm gonna admit it's a tad over the high mark, but I don't think it's gonna cause any problems. I'm gonna call it good.
I'm gonna chalk up the low reading to my method of measuring half a quart being faulty. Just eyeballing the side of the jug may not be the most accurate. So I'm gonna call this a success. Obviously I made a few mistakes, but I think we all do. As long as you know how to clean it up and you know how to avoid the big mistakes, you're gonna be good. So I'll see you next time. I think I'm gonna leave you guys with a cool video montage of me cleaning the oil off the floor. Should be extremely riveting. You guys are gonna love it. And yeah, I'll see you next time.